Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I'm sure you guys don't really watch my channel anymore. I've kind of backed myself into a corner, and I haven't really recorded videos. But tomorrow for school, I've been working furiously on a closing argument for a mock trial. Furiously. All day, I've been working with my defense team to do this. So I'm hoping that I will be able to prove to you, ladies and gentlemen, that I am a good lawyer. Tomorrow our mock trial, I'll basically give you background. Thomas Williams, a black man. This takes place in the 1930s, so it's racist and prejudice. We Right to Kill a Mockingbird, so it's kind of based off this. Mr. Thomas Williams was accused of robbing a ring and important papers from Mr. Reginald Strong. So that's basically the background of the case. We've interviewed people for the past couple of days, gathered evidence, typed up a script and stuff like that, but I have been in charge of the interviews and writing the closing argument. So please tell me if I'm convincing. Please tell me if I convinced you. I'm just really nervous for tomorrow, and I hope we win the case. So please listen and tell me what you think. The defendant, Mr. Thomas Williams, is now afforded an opportunity to argue the case, if you will, but I'm not going to argue with you, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do is try to discuss the reasonable inferences which I feel can be drawn from this evidence. Ultimately, it's what you determine to be the facts is what's going to be important, and all of us can live with that. You are empowered to do justice. You are empowered to ensure that this great system of ours works, gentlemen of the jury. Listen for a moment, will you please? One of my favorite people in history is the great Frederick Douglass. He said shortly after the slaves were freed, quote, "In a composite nation like ours, as before the law, there should be no rich, no poor, no low, no high, no white, no black, but common country, common citizenship, equal rights, and a common destiny." This marvelous statement was made more than 100 years ago. It's an ideal worth striving for, and one that we still strive for. Haven't reached this goal yet, but certainly in this great country of ours, we're trying. With a jury such as this, we hope we can do that in this particular case. They made a lot of fanciful arguments this afternoon. Some of them are extremely persuasive until you start scratching them. It's like a lottery ticket. You scratch off the cover and find what is underneath. That is what is in this case. The burden of proof is on the defense in showing you whether or not, and preferring to you, whether Mr. Williams was there at the time this robbery was committed, not last month, not last week, not even yesterday night when you had your favorite food for dinner, but at the time this crime was committed. We told you what we would present to you, and I think we have presented exactly what we told you we would represent. So, a quiet, humble, respectable man who has the absolute temerity to be accused of a robbery of something he did not take, nor will ever take, has to add put his word against all the white prosecutors and witnesses in this courtroom along with the white jury. The defendant is not guilty, but somebody in this courtroom is. If you return the verdict of not guilty, we may leave this courtroom in peace. Guilty will have us in this courtroom for the rest of our lives, not physically, but emotionally and mentally. This young man, Thomas, did nothing wrong. Nothing can be proven. There is solid evidence and a single but strong alibi supported by many witnesses, stating that Thomas had the motive, but beyond reasonable doubt, he did not have the opportunity, nor was he at all in the area for this to occur. Is a man not entitled to live his life without being blamed for a crime like this? People are born looking like and being like the way they are. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, color does not matter, character does. And if anybody in this courtroom right now would like to challenge that, see me after this trial. Now, gentlemen, in this country, our courts are the great levelers. In our courts, all men are created equal. I'm no idealist to believe firmly in the integrity of our courts and of our jury system. That's no ideal to me. It's a living, working reality. In the name of God, do your duty. In the name of God, believe Thomas Williams. Now, I believe the jury must now go ahead and come up with a verdict. Keep in mind this young man's family and all he has before him. And so help you God, do not come out of your discussion until you have done what is right, not only for this young man, but all those to see what good of an example may be set. And whatever happens, Thomas, whatever comes your way, face with courage. Do not back down, do not fear. You have those who matter most on your side. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, jury, prosecution team. May God be with you, and may justice be achieved.